Who jumps out of perfectly good airplanes in the name of science? Mr. C.
And 8th graders, happy Aloha Friday to you. And I just want to take a couple of introductory minutes and then turn you loose on the test. Short test, really short. So want you to do well, want you to get a good score here to log in to RenWeb, the last grade or test grade of the quarter. So take your time. So no hurry, no worries. So just take your time, double check everything, make sure what I was asking for. Okay? So anyway, I want to remind you, if you have any of those two extra credit 10-pointers to turn in, make sure you turn them in today, because they're going in the computer tomorrow, on Saturday, or Sunday. So you got to get them in today. RLO students, make sure you post yours. Get yours posted up so they're in there. Make sure your test gets posted right away, 8th graders. So it's got to be posted. I can't wait around for you next week on Monday or Tuesday. So you got to get it up. Those of you that are pokies, pokey little puppies, you know, you turn them in late. Don't turn them in. Don't turn this test in late. Get it in on time. So, all right. So I'll be back in just a little bit and we'll grade it. You'll need a red pen. So I'll speak with you shortly. And I am back. I hope you did well. So I hope that you've got a nice little score that you'll be able to put up here over the weekend. All right, you need a red pen. Other pens and pencils away. Mr. Phillips going to wander as you grade this. Be honest. Down below, put your initials, your promise to me, and more importantly to the Lord that you're going to grade this honestly. If you have a question about any of them, just put a question mark. Don't give yourself credit for it. Put a question mark. I'll look it over. Okay? Go slow. 25 points. I gave you one, so you've already got 1 out of 25. All right, here we go on the others. Number 1. You've got to have 2 to get half a point. You've got to have the other 2 to get the other half point. If you have all 6, then I gave you 1, so you just had to put down 3. So easy peasy. If you end up having all 6, I'll give you a bonus point. Okay, here they are. So I gave you gifts. You can't reuse it. I gave you gifts. G for gifts, O for opportunities. Got to have opportunities, nothing else. T for talents. A for abilities. Remember, you only need 3 more. I gave you gifts. One of the 3 P's, that would be fine. So you can have down physical appearance, purpose. You can also have, my brain is fried, personality. So personality, physical appearance, and purpose. So anyway, if you got the bonus, if you got all 6, put +1 in the margin. Astronomy, what's the major thing about Sirius? It's the brightest star. There isn't any other answer. That's the major thing about it. It's the brightest. I already told you it was a rainbow star, so you couldn't use that. What causes Sirius to produce different colors? Here's why. You've got to have this idea. Earth's atmosphere bends the wavelengths of light from Sirius into the different wavelengths, and those different wavelengths each translate into a different color. You could just put the atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere, bends the wavelengths of light from Sirius into different colors. That's fine. Number 4 is light year. Light year for number 4. Light year. It's the only answer. Number 5. This is the only answer for 5. Half a point each. The universe is huge. Immense. Another word for huge. Big. Ginormous. And mostly empty. There's just nothing in between. Stars Hardly anything in between. Really nothing. It's a vacuum. Space is a vacuum. No matter. So those two. All right, foam and pillars. Here's the deal, Lucille. You need 4 of them. So you get half a point each. If you have all 6, you get a bonus point. Boy, I'm giving a lot of bonus points. So, yeah, it helps out. I'm trying to help you out, but I'm trying to also stretch you a little bit and have you give some super complete answers. All right, here we go. So F, fossils. Fossils for F. O, old age, or just old. O, old age. A, accident, accident A. M, mutations. M, mutations, mutant, it's fine. N, natural selection. Natural selection, N. And then B, Big Bang, or Big Bang issues. Okay, number 8 is the evolution idea. There isn't any other answer. The idea that everything supposedly gradually changed from one kind to another, accidentally over millions and billions of years. Evolution. Number 9, the fossil data shows that evolution didn't happen because there are no tweeners. No tweeners. And since there are no Oscar Mayer tweeners, it shows that evolution isn't true. Boom, boom. And then, or no transitional forms. Number 10, mutations are, you just needed 2 of these, half each. They're rare. They are harmful or fatal. You needed 2 of those 3. Rare, harmful, fatal. Half each. Number 11, the Big Bang is really not a great way for the universe to start or begin because explosions cause chaos. That's why. Or explosions don't produce complexity. That idea. It's number 11. Number 12. Why does the science data for a young Earth not work for evolution? Because evolution must have millions and billions of years for their idea to work. Or it's got to have millions and billions of years for all the little bitty changes over a long period of time. Billions and billions of changes. Most of them they realize wouldn't be good, so you've got to wait around for good ones, which really don't happen. That would do much. So 13. 2 bits of science data indicate the Earth is probably only thousands of years old. You have to go to the next page. I thought I had that on that page, but it turned out no. So here they are. Bits of data about the Earth. It's too hot inside. It should have leaked its heat out. The moon's too hot, part of the same solar system. It should have leaked out its heat. The comets keep coming back. They should have all melted a long time ago. Remember, the Oort cloud doesn't exist. No one's ever seen it, proven that it's there. It's just an imaginary friend. So imaginary friends don't work in science. So, and then 14, you need 1 of the 2 laws about accidents and an explanation for it, half each. Law of cause and effect. You've got to have a major cause to make it happen. There isn't any. It's an accident. So what's the cause, the real cause? Or you could have the law of life or the law of biogenesis. Life doesn't come from non-life. It comes from living things. And that's what God created life to do. Be fruitful and multiply. When God said that, he meant, as far as humans and as far as animals and plants, really, multiply, reproduce. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. We're doing good. Alrighty then. We're on 15. It's a freebie. I gave it to you. Chemistry is the scientific study of matter, the kinds of atoms that Jesus made everything out of. You betcha. 16, physical change. Just form or shape change, no new chemical physical change. 17, chemical change, where you have a completely new substance. Excuse me. I should have some water, but I don't. So, alrighty. 18, half point each. Matters anything that has mass or atoms and volume. Those two. You got to have those two. Mass or atoms and volume, half each. Number 19 is solid. Very dense, that's a solid. Number 20, plasma, on stars where fusion is occurring. So 19 solid, 20 plasma. 21 is vaporization. It was up above. Vaporization, liquid to a gas. Evaporation is a kind of vaporization. 22 is melting. 22, melting. Have you ever had chocolate melt in your pocket? Not pretty. Mr. C, have you ever had an Andes mint melt in your pocket? Yeah. Did your wife yell at you? No, she just washed my pocket out. It was chocolatey. So I have a great wife. So 23. The change from a gas to a liquid, cloud formation, condensation. Had some beautiful cumulus clouds out today. 24. The change from a solid straight to a gas, like in dry ice. Dry ice goes straight to a gas. Sublimation. It's up there. And then 25. The change from a liquid to a solid, water, ice forming, freezing, of course. So easy peasy on those, I hope. If you wrote the Stephen Jay Gould quote, word perfect, 2 points, partial, I'll give you partial credit. And then another, actually 2 additional young age opportunities down below for another point. Okay, if you will make sure your name, date, period is on that in the upper right hand corner. If you will pass that in, I'll turn it over to Mr. Phillip. Thank you, Mr. Phillip, for your help on this. And I'll see you on Happy Aloha Monday. See you then. Have a great weekend.